Hey, everyone. That's right. Creepy Old Crypt. We are back, and we're not in a theme park. No, we're in the studio. That's because where we went, we
never go back.
Well, we're never going back.
Oh, man.
Or maybe some of us will.
Yeah.
We're going to debate the merits, the pros, the cons of a theme park. Many know it. What is it? Where is it? What would you say? Is it an East Coast thing, or is it?
I don't know. Is it Ohio?
It's Ohio.
Oh, yeah. What's Ohio?
Is that Midwest
I think
or
it's
is
Midwest.
it East
Middle
Coast?
East.
Is it the Middle East?
Is it the Middle East?
Midwest.
Chat says Midwest.
Midwest. Okay. Well, we went to a legendary Midwest theme park, Cedar Point, owned by the company Cedar Fair.
Which owns a bunch.
Yes, but we need to make that clear that that's the difference because we kept
calling
getting
it
it wrong.
Cedar Fair.
Hey, we're at Cedar Fair. No, you're not. That's the company.
Yep.
You're at Cedar Point. So
We went on tour.
Yeah.
It was a stop, and it was our day off, and it was it was a good time.
Yes.
I liked it.
So we're going to talk about it today. Special guests. Oh, no, it's always me and Kevin. Johnny is joining in because he left that park different.
Changed.
I was
man.
a changed man.
You seriously were telling us like, oh, that blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
that
you roll on roller coasters.
is it
DNA.
late enough that I could curse in this show? Oh, you could say one. I think.
Yeah.
You're good. Anyway,
You
I
got
didn't
the
know
one.
if I did a bad thing. Anyway,
First theme park I've been to was exclusively on an island.
Yeah, it's
which
like,
is wild.
It's an actual point. It's like the parking lot's on the thing, but the whole park is just a long point.
Yeah.
that we water all around you. It's
We
crazy.
drove across a bridge to get to it.
Yeah.
that did not occur to me until right now.
Yeah.
I think
It's crazy.
anytime we're in a tour van, I am asleep. Legitimately, that thing goes, and I'm out, and I did not know until right now it was on an island.
Yep.
I did see water all around it, so I knew that aspect, but damn, I missed that part. I was excited to go because, again, Cedar Fair, they are the company that took over Knott's Berry Farm here in California. The Knott family owned it for a million years, and then in the 90s, it was like, yo, hey, you guys need help. You know, you got very lucky with this theme park, but we've been in the theme park business for a while. They're not a $1 trillion company, but they're like, but we do know how to run a coaster theme park. We can throw some coasters in yours, kind of liven it up, make it something bigger, and we're going to try.
They're a company that can buy a theme park and still keep the like magic of that theme park.
Yeah.
And not destroy it.
Yeah.
I've
They did a great job with
did a
Knott's.
great job
They
with
did not
Knott's,
turn it into some
everything.
monstrosity or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Knott's still feels like it did a million years ago,
Yep.
but they just know how to kind of grow that. You
Totally.
know? So I had always heard about them. I always thought like, oh, that's cool. They have their own theme parks out in the Midwest. So we had a chance to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a theme park. I didn't realize. I texted my friend Alec afterwards. I was like, yo, this place blew my mind. And he's like, yeah, do you not remember we used to, when I lived in New York, he was my roommate, and we used to just watch videos of Cedar Point
Just
Oh.
coasters.
and like talk about how and like plan a fake maybe one day we could go and like and I forgot about that, and I was like, oh, it kind of like got me emotional. I was like,
And
I got to
got
go.
to go
yeah,
there,
yeah, I
dude.
got to go there. Anyway.
Well, I had always heard about it. It looked like it was going to be close enough on our tour when we went on tour that it was going to be close enough to visit.
Yeah.
And we saw a transformation happen within Kevin as we retained that info. I was
so excited.
because here was the revelation that we found. Kevin and I have the top Knott's Berry Farm pass here in California.
The annual pass that they have, we have the top one.
And we discovered that gets you free admission into any Cedar Fair theme park, including Cedar Point in Ohio. And it just seemed weird. It's like, well, when will we ever just be in Ohio?
I was like, okay, I'm never going to use that perk, but other perks I did use.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, whatever. That's another perk that I'll probably never use.
Yeah. And then it's like, wait, I can just, with my Knott's pass, I can just walk through the turnstile, boop, and I'm in.
Yeah.
No buying a
Nothing,
ticket, no nothing.
nothing at all.
So then Kevin lit up just like, I want to see if this works.
Yeah.
I want to see if this
I
works.
have to know.
And then took it even a step further.
Yep.
We're driving towards the park in our tour van. We're driving up, and then Kevin drops a bomb. He's like, I have parking included
with the pass.
With the pass for Knott's. I wonder if parking this big ass van will be covered when we roll up. Like, we don't have to stop, talk to some asshole, pay, nothing. That we will just drive through, beep, keep going, you're good, parking's covered.
It was so perfect that it was like a kiosk with a gate in front of you. So there's nobody there. You just beep the thing. So we're like, okay, is this going to work?
Yep.
Let's see. And sure enough, beeps it. That thing goes up. Everybody in the van goes, yeah.
Yeah! We didn't have to pay for parking.
Drive through.
It was one of those oddly satisfying moments. And you just saw Kevin with this look on his face as if, he threw a basketball and it swished nothing but net from here. You know what I mean?
High-fiving each other and shit.
Yeah, it was just the most effortless. Boop, you're in. Okay, now I'll walk through the gate. Boop, you're in. And not only that, because of our annual passes, when we bought tickets, someone there was like, wait, are you a pass holder? It's like, well, I am at Knott's. Buy the tickets through your account on Knott's.
Yeah.
Go to your Knott's account and buy the tickets through there. Bro, we saved like $150. Not just, you saved $5. 150 smackers. And you know where that money we saved went? We bought snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good snacks.
We got what were some of the Cedar snacks?
Oh, I do want to talk about this real quick because there's one called elephant ears that we kept hearing about.
Yes.
And the whole time, because growing up, elephant ears to me were always these like puff pastry cookies.
Yeah.
And then we we had to like leave. We didn't have a lot of time there.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna get an elephant ear. I got in line and it was like a fucking tortilla with ice cream in it.
What the
fuck?
It was like a crepe, like a giant crepe with all this. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my
Yo, what's
God.
going on with elephant ears,
Yeah, where are
guys?
elephant
Anybody have
ears?
any elephant
ears are
intel?
pastry. They're like what Johnny said.
That's
like,
what I thought it was, and apparently it's not. Apparently it's a fucking crepe with a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah,
in
are
it.
we getting
That's
were we
fucked
getting
up.
snookered on the
What are we
elephant
doing in
ears?
Ohio?
Yeah. Am I crazy?
Is this another boiled peanut situation where everyone says we went to the wrong location? Or no, that's Whataburger. Either way.
Either
Same
way.
thing.
Big
Doesn't matter.
fried
They are
dough?
big fried dough. That didn't
Oh,
look
maybe
like.
it's a funnel cake. I don't know. Either way, it wasn't the.
So why do they just call it funnel cake?
Yeah. What the hell?
What makes it an elephant's ear?
It was funny because we like, I walked in thinking I was gonna get a cookie, and I was like, no, this is too involved, and I
Yeah.
just turned around.
And we were
Yeah.
about to go out to eat and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's like
And
eating a huge cookie.
We
and then
did
going-
have the best dinner of the
Yes.
trip, which was group Olive Garden.
Yep.
Oh, there was a only thing open nearby, and we called them ahead of time. Hey, we know you're closing in 45 minutes. Can we please eat here? And they were like, oh, no, you're good.
Yeah.
So we ate at Olive Garden, and it was we were laughing about it, but hey, when we were in there, we were family.
Yep. Side note, inside that lobby, indoors, was the first time I ever saw a lightning bug or
Yes.
whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind.
Yes.
I didn't know what I was seeing at first. I was just like, what is this dot? Am I seeing things?
Yep.
Am I like all this stuff? Firefly. And it was like flying around, and
Yep.
we were such Californians because we're like, whoa, it's inside. Like all
I was
this-
like,
That freaked me out.
look, and the poor woman at the host at the front of the restaurant, she was like, oh, I'm sorry, these get in all the time.
like,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I
She was
thought it was
apologizing. She
cool.
thought we were reacting like, ew, there's a bug in here, but we were like, no,
this
is so
awesome.
cool.
like.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone calls them lightning bugs where I'm from as well.
Yeah, I've heard both.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny to me because I was like, do you guys not see those? And I'm like, I didn't
never
realize
seen
they,
one in my
they
entire
were coastal
life.
like that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I just couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm weird because I hate goodbyes. But yeah, it was pretty amazing. So that was probably the best Olive Garden trip of all time.
That
And then not only did we see that, unlimited breadsticks.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, are the breadsticks done? No, there's literally no
I
limit.
think most of us got the unlimited soup salad and breadsticks. We just kept getting different soups.
You know
and
what?
just- Oh, it was so good.
Everyone but me.
Yeah, you're right. You're an odd man out.
Because I used my Italian wits. I was like, no, that's not the move. I know specifically what to get. I got a little seafood pasta dish, and that was the way to go. I think you guys blew it. Bread.
Oh, that was.
I don't know. You did take some of our breadsticks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the way to do it. Take someone else's. Don't order for yourself.
Back to lightning bugs real quick. I had a friend who used to like step on lightning bugs
And smear 'em?
and smear them because
Yeah.
then the glow would be like. It would be
Oh
extremely glow.
no, I couldn't kill one of those.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Hey, listen, I will kill bugs. I don't like bugs.
Yeah.
Get out of my. This is the dominion of men, son. You're gone. But a lightning bug, I couldn't do that. That's too
I
beautiful.
want to put them
Yeah.
all in
I
a jar
can't-
and have
it's-
like a lantern made out of.
I used to
made
do
out
that
of
as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's too beautiful of a creation.
Yeah, it's like apparently they're like a big pest though, which is kind of hilarious.
Really?
But they're beautiful. Like
Yeah.
they're cool to see.
It was really cool seeing that.
Hey, it's evolutionary biological tricks.
Yeah.
It's got that because it's probably it's a big pest.
Yeah.
It's a problem, and you'd probably kill it. Except, look, I'm sure there's other evolutionary reasons for it to have that ability. But I bet part of it is to make you go, ooh.
Look at that. I can't smush that.
Can't. It's like puppies. Puppies are the most fucking pieces of shit. And then you look at them and go, no, I have to protect them or I'm going to die. Yeah. Biology has you in its fucking clutches, bro. Have you ever taken care of a little baby? That thing, you want to fucking throw that thing out the window. Except, he's adorable. He's
cute.
Yeah. Biology fucks with your brain. And it's bullshit. And I think nature sucks. If there is a God, they're an asshole too. So let's solve this problem now. How do we fight fate? What do we do? Anyway, Cedar Point. Yeah. So we went off on Olive Garden.
But
We're
it's
talking about
because
the
we
snacks.
beeped in, we saved,
Yeah.
we got snacks and stuff like that save money and used it on snacks.
Yeah. So we anyway. Let's start first thing. We got into the park. You guys hit a coaster immediately, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which
right
one,
at the front.
one it was. It may have been Raptor, I think.
I don't know.
I think
so.
so.
I
It was
think
a
it was
small. It was
Raptor.
like a wooden coaster.
No,
No,
it was
no,
like
no.
a full like
Yes.
thing. I think it was Raptor.
How was it?
It was good. We got there and it was like the lines were very long.
Yeah.
I was surprised. It was like a weekday and it was like hour waits for
But it was
everything.
still summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that I think that's when they're popping off. So it doesn't totally surprise me.
Yeah, all I remember from that was like waiting in line and there was like a roof to like the building that you can see and there were just a ton of hair ties on it. Like all these teens like flicked hair ties. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool. As for the ride, it reminded me a lot of that one at Knott's. The one that you rode that you were like that made our feet go numb.
Oh yeah, that was Silver Bullet.
Yeah, Silver Bullet. It felt like 1-to-1. Like it was
Yeah, Silver Bullet was fun. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Silver Bullet.
The only thing was a lot of the rides at Cedar Point have like, I don't know if it's like a corkscrew. I guess it is technically a corkscrew where it just like goes in a circle where you're like say this is me in the car.
Yeah.
You're like this. You're like sideways going in a circle.
Around like that.
Yeah, and
no
you're just like
thanks.
fucking gunning it.
Yeah.
That shit.
That's what that is, right?
Yeah.
Right
I think corkscrew is
or is
like,
it a bank
like
turn?
that?
I don't
yeah,
know.
it was maybe a bank turn,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's what I remember.
Helixes.
Helixes.
Okay.
That's what I remember from that ride.
Helixes.
Is we hit a bunch of like towards the end, it just was like unrelenting, just helixed
Really?
out, and that was kind of gnarly. But besides that, I think I enjoyed it. Yeah. At the very end, exactly.
Okay. Well, all I was gonna say was that was cool. You did that. So I don't do coasters. I'm not a roller coaster guy. So I'm like, what am I gonna be able to do here? But right at the front was something immediately had my attention. Is they have an old Skyway system, just like Disneyland used to have.
It was cool. It was
the
old,
Sky
you could
Buckets.
tell.
Yeah, it was old
I
as
was
hell.
calling the buckets.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Even as a kid.
Yeah, so it was just like, that's calling my name. So they did that. I think you, me, and Sean did the Sky Buckets. Yeah, and that was awesome. Went over. I mean, it wasn't like the most impressive
it just takes You
display.
across the thing. It's a lot of like fairgrounds have it. A lot of beaches have it,
Yeah.
and it's just the Sky Bucket system that kind of takes you to the other end of the park.
Yeah.
was-
But it was great.
Yeah.
Like that was cool.
I was surprised Sean didn't go on more rides because like he at Dollywood he went on that coaster
Yeah.
with us and that may have been the most intense ride I've ever been on.
Yeah.
And I was like surprised how he was like really not in the mood.
Yeah, he
At,
was like, I'm not
Cedar
feeling this
Point.
one right now, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was fine, but yeah.
He also, I'm going to stick up for Sean for a second here. He also, I don't know if he wants me to speak for him, but I'm going to. He did feel like there were only so many like super gnarly ones he could go on, so he kept suggesting other ones that like they could all go on, and he felt like I think he was telling me he's like everyone just keeps steamrolling to the crazy ones, and I gotta stop. He was just like. I'm down to stick together if we're just going on these tepid ones, but I can't do like 8 more of these. Like I think one of them fucked them up.
It was weird though because like me, Derek, Jay, and Garrett. Like we went on like everyone we saw. Like it wasn't even like gnarly. I wanted to go on Steel Vengeance like out the gate.
Yeah, that
and
was
no
the
one
new
wanted to do
gnarliest
that.
one.
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm not like that's the one I wanted to get on, and I knew the line was gonna be really long. So
Yeah.
I was getting really annoying. Everyone was like, "Bro, you need to stop." Like we're trying to enjoy ourselves. I was like, "No, I need to get on Steel Vengeance now."
I didn't know that was. I looked into it. I didn't know that was something that they just kind of renovated an older coaster
Really?
to make it fucking gnarly.
I didn't know
Like, it was
that.
an old wooden coaster that they tore a bunch of stuff off and added a ton of stuff to it, but it's the original ride,
Yeah.
just with a new drop and a new like flip thing.
So
and
yeah,
stuff.
talk about that Steel Vengeance. That's
do
the
you
one.
want me to?
That's the one I heard about the most before.
Okay.
It was one of the newest. It opened up in like 2018 or 19.
Right,
Okay.
something like that. And I kept hearing, it's the one coaster that they have there's security to get into the park.
Yeah.
But that's the one roller coaster that has its own metal detector,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And what was the deal with that?
It was funny because like we got in line. It was like a 50-minute wait, I
Yeah.
think. Garrett talked about it on the podcast, but that's when a dude kept trying to talk to us while we were in line.
man.
Like we were saying, like, yeah, here's this fast. And he's like, actually, it's pretty. It's or Derek was saying, like, I hear this is like everyone's favorite coaster, and he's
Yeah.
like, excuse me, it's actually my favorite one. I would put it in my top 2, and we're like, who the fuck is this guy? Anyway, so yeah, you eventually the line hits a metal detector, and a dude will wand you.
Yeah. To make sure you have nothing
Yeah.
in your pocket.
'Cause
They don't want anything flying out of your pocket.
Apparently, it goes so fast that like if anything flies out, it could kill someone.
And upside down and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it just empties your pockets.
And I had a chain on, this exact chain. And after you go through, it was kind of pandemonium for a second. You go through the metal detector, and then the guy's like, hey, we have free lockers right here. Put your stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. The line just like, it goes away.
Like there's no more line. It's everybody's doing
everyone's
locker stuff.
like putting the locker and running to try to get back in line, and
Yeah.
it was like fucking hellish because then it was like another 20 minutes because all these people
Yeah.
got in front of us.
Yeah.
But you just want me to talk about the coaster?
Yeah,
now?
go for it.
I'm trying to remember at this point. It's wooden. It's like half wooden, half metal. I think
It's like wooden with steel on top of it.
and it has like a pretty gnarly drop out the gate, if I recall.
It looked gnarly.
So the metal detector and
Yeah.
the lockers and all that is just so that your shit doesn't fly
Yeah.
out, right? Phones and stuff like that. Okay.
I'll be real with you. It almost felt like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like it was fast, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like it didn't feel like anything out of the ordinary for a
Really?
coaster.
Okay.
Like I could see people being like, because it adds like I almost said fear factor.
I was like, oh
sure.
shit.
Yeah, like
what
it-
is this gonna fuck me up?
Because I feel like it terrified everyone in the group. Like
Yeah.
even like I think Sean could have like ridden it.
Yeah.
And the one he did end up riding with us, I thought was way gnarlier.
Was that Millennium Force?
Yes.
That's the other one I kept
Yeah.
hearing about, and I keep hearing like wins awards every year
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. But anyway, yeah.
I wish I could remember like kind of the experience of Steel Vengeance, but all I'll say is my favorite coaster of all time was this one in Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey called El Toro, and that's also a wooden coaster. And it felt like that was El Toro is a parody of Steel Vengeance.
Really?
Like I was like, oh, and Steel Vengeance is now my favorite coaster of all time. Like it trumps El Toro.
You said that when you're getting off. You're
Yeah.
like, I think that's one of my favorite coasters ever.
People in the chat keep asking me to say like, did I have a better time at Cedar Point over Six Flags Great Adventure? And I will say 100%. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Cedar Point.
Yeah.
I think it might be the greatest coaster park in America.
It is
Wow.
like everybody who's a coaster
Yeah.
aficionado or a coaster nut, it's like this is the place.
There's still other parks I
Damn.
haven't been to.
Yeah.
I think there's other Cedar Fair parks.
You need to go to Schlitterbahn, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, where is that? Is that
I
Germany?
do want to go to that.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
Doesn't Schlitterbahn have the steepest one? Like this one,
not-
this one goes up past like fucking
Yeah.
Mount Fuji levels
not
and
anymore.
just drops you. Oh,
Not anymore.
why? Somebody fuck up?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I did go to Fuji.
Oh, Schlitterbahn's a water park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I need to go to. I think there's like, I want to say Dorney Park. I don't know if that's a thing. If I'm just making that up in my head.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, and I've been to Hershey Park.
I've heard of that too.
Yeah, they have like chocolate eating contests.
Yeah, I'm trying. There's another. I'm hoping the chat says it. I know there's like other coaster parks out there
Yeah.
that have like really good stuff. Legoland sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, they have the best coaster.
But yeah, either way,
I do
I'm
remember.
really happy that
I watched because I got footage of you guys going down the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched a bunch of people before you, and the hill is fucking gnarly. And
my
there's a point where I want to say it corkscrews because you definitely go upside down.
it did corkscrew. That was
Where
crazy for
it's
a
a
wooden coaster.
that goes whoop,
Busch
like-
Gardens, that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
But that was really like gnarly to see. I'm like, I didn't need to go on that.
Kevin, I know sometimes you do go on coasters. Dude, I wish you went on that.
I'm
one.
right in the middle because I have never gotten off a coaster regretting going on that coaster ever. But I never have, I guess, FOMO for not going on a coaster.
Yeah.
If I missed out on going on a coaster, it does not bother me in the slightest. It does not. If I miss out on going like on a dark ride or something that's special to that park, I will be bummed. But there's no coaster that if I don't go on, I'll be like, oh fuck, I missed out on that.
There's only one coaster I've ever gone on where I've been like, I never want to ride this again. And that was, it's in Six Flags Great Adventure, New Jersey. It's called the Green Lanterns Flight of something.
Flight of Fancy or
something
shit?
like that. It's a standing coaster. I'm too short for those.
Oh, really?
Because I just get fucking, I hope I can say this without us getting demonetized here. They just annihilate my junk. And then they also makes me feel like my knees are going to break.
Oh, cool.
Flight
Sounds
of the Green
fun.
Lantern. Yeah, it's fucking awful. So like, it just feels like my knees are going to buckle and the thing is just like in
Shit.
my
I've never been on a standing coaster. I don't know what it
awful. I
feels
hate
like.
it. Anyway, I feel like I derailed.
but Steel of Entrance was cool looking.
Yeah.
Do not mind that I never went on it because I'll probably never go to that park. But it looked really cool. I'm so glad you got to ride it though.
That makes me like, you said you don't have FOMO. Like I would have FOMO. Like the idea that you guys will never go back. Like that really doesn't hit you at all.
Not for coasters.
Really?
No. Other ones, yeah. Like other types of rides, yes. Coasters, never. I'm just not like, I enjoy coasters. They're fun, but I'm not a coaster aficionado or a coaster head.
Trying to think, what's the most FOMO I've ever had? Just period. Like, man, I fucking missed out on that. I can think of one. What's yours? We don't even have to talk theme parks.
My
Just
friend
think-
Jesse went to Japan for like a month, and I was like,
Oh shit.
Oh, but like, is that something you could have gone?
no, but
See, so that's not.
I
Is
think
that
I lived
FOMO?
with him at the time or lived near him, and I was like, fuck, this is in Japan.
For me, it was in high school. All my friends went on a big camping trip. And they were all just like, yeah, we're all going to go camping together. It'll be so fun. And I remember my mom and dad were just like, well, you're obviously not going to that. And it was like, what? What? I'm not? No, we don't. Who's in charge of that? Like, what? No, you don't need to be doing that.
That sucks.
Like, I was their first kid, so they were way more protective of me. And then, like, Dominic, when he grew up, they were just like, yeah, go do whatever. But they were just like confused. Like, you ever been camping? Like, you know anything about that? You don't need to go to that. Oh, okay. And then that was like 3 months of all my. I mean, seriously, I don't know if Derek was there. Maybe he was. Sean was, and all my other friends from high school, and they all went, and it was just like stories for like 3 months about that trip.
Do you remember this happened?
And it was like, and they were all just like, why didn't you go? Why weren't you there? And I was like, I don't know. It was just like what? Anyway, no disrespect to my mom and dad, but that was you beefed that call.
I did get FOMO when you said you went to Universal Florida, and they're like, yeah, you could ride a Velocicoaster.
Oh.
No line. I was like, what the fuck?
State, yeah.
I do want to ride Velocicoaster
So bad.
and Hagrid's, whatever.
Me too.
when I'm there.
Bro,
I want to ride those two.
I blew it. Or
Never in Florida.
you'll
I
hate
blew
me.
it.
I know you guys want to do Velocicoaster and Hagrid's. That Hagrid's coaster looks awesome. Like I don't even, there's videos of coasters online, and I'm looking at them like, yeah, I don't give a shit. The Hagrid's one looks cool.
Yeah.
Because it's themed. There's
you're in a
animatronics.
motorcycle,
There's
sidecar and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to do that at night so bad.
Yes.
And I stayed at Cabana Bay, which was an awesome Universal owned hotel. And it's like 60s themed. It was awesome. And then, it was like, you get in the park an hour early. Oh, how cool. And then I woke up early, went down there, and Hagrid's or Velocicoaster. I don't want to ride either of them. Okay, you could eat breakfast and then wait for the park to
Green
open.
eggs and ham over in Seussland.
That was it. It was basically like, go fuck yourself in Seussland. That was it. And I thought of you guys. I'm just like, they would be...
I would have ridden it. Like
those are the
they
two
would have been
coasters
on them
I wanna go.
300 times each. There was no one there when I was there. It was in like February or April or something like that.
Yeah.
There was no one there.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry guys. And there's a BAM. Someone in the chat said there's a BAM ride. I didn't say it was the Haggard ride. It was the Hagrid. Oh, you go flying around on Hagrid's motorcycle like a land of hell missile. But anyway,
do you guys want to talk about what you guys did at Cedar?
Wait, what did you have fun? What do you have fun with?
I
about?
don't get FOMO very much, and I couldn't think of one.
I
don't.
Kevin,
I'll tell you right
famously
now
never
what
gets
his is.
FOMO.
There's so many times I go to the fucking theme parks on my own, And
But I do that too. I love going
Yeah,
on my own.
no. Every time you hear about me doing no, though, you're like, I would have had so much fun with Rocco. Would probably make that the most fun day, and I blew it, and I didn't go, and I'm a fucking jackass. I know it, and you know it. You thought that, so.
But I couldn't think of one off the bat.
Oh damn! Okay.
Sorry.
All right, fine. But anyway,
we went on crazier shit than Johnny.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it was
Yeah.
was like Johnny went on fucking Teletubby rides compared to what we went on. We hit up the train.
they have a full locomotive now. Knott's has the train.
Yeah.
And I love a train. I'm a train. I'm not quite a foamer or whatever they call them. Foamy. What do they call train nuts?
I don't.
Something foam heads, foamers.
It's something like that.
We
I'm
have
not.
foam.
I'm not that. I'm not quite that, but I love a good classic train.
Steamers.
That is that what it was?
I don't know.
Steamers.
That's pretty
Oh, no, I
funny,
thought
man.
it was foamer. Why am I thinking
Somebody
of foam?
knows. Somebody's been there because they're already saying a location you go to, and I'm seeing it right now in the chat.
What?
On the train?
What, Bonetown?
Oh.
Well, we're talking about the train. Okay, I didn't know what you were saying there. I didn't know. You looking at my Facebook or something. Foamer, yeah, that I was right.
foamer?
It's foamer. It's reference to foaming at the mouth. Yes,
What?
because if you're into
Yeah.
trains, guess what? That's
Oh.
what you're doing.
Yep.
It's the only thing you'll do.
Had a little foam adventure.
Anyway, so the Disneyland Railroad. Oh, every time I go,
So good.
practically, I'm on that.
Knott's?
Now Knott's has a cool train, but you don't see shit.
I've never been.
It
on
takes you like through the back door
there's
stuff.
nothing- the only thing you don't get to see anything going around. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like back areas. The only time any exciting thing happens is when it gets robbed.
They do rob the
They
train.
rob it occasionally.
And I wonder if that's changed at all because the last time I did it was years ago.
Yeah.
And man, they kicked that door open and fired guns. Like cap guns. Bam, bam, bam. It was so loud that kids were screaming. And I wonder if they still do that. In the current climate, do they still kick a door open and fire blanks on guns?
I don't know.
I
saw
don't
them rob
know.
the train when we were there recently.
Yeah.
Like not recently, but a while ago, and we were doing something. It was going by really slow, and you could see them like going down the aisle, like robbing people and stuff like that.
That is
But I
cool.
didn't
They
see
have
any guns.
actors doing that.
Yeah.
Again, though, the last time I was on there, they were firing guns so loud, and it looked like people were like ducking. That I remember thinking that ain't lasting.
Nope.
Sorry. But anyway, we'll see. I'm not sure.
But Knott's train is whatever.
It's whatever. Yeah. So I don't go on it that much.
Yep.
Cedar Point.
They do have better.
They have a classic train. It goes halfway around the park and then it stops. I'm like, oh, that's it? No, that we're at the first stop.
Yeah.
We have a second stop. Or like it goes back around.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it. And then it went to Bonetown, a city of skeletons.
Just the skeletons and they have big guns and they're just shooting off.
But they're doing human stuff. They're firing guns, hunting.
They're shitting on the toilet.
They're shitting on the toilet. Seriously, we saw one in an outhouse and he's blowing the thing up. We saw him putting out fires. There were skeleton firemen.
Yep.
There were skeleton lawyers, skeleton bankers. Anything a human could do, a skeleton was doing it.
And they were bad at animatronics. It was great. It was. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
they were bad skeleton animatronics. Now, apparently, I've heard that this is what I was told. That was all originally on the raft ride. They have a river raft ride.
Oh, really?
That thing was
And-
awful.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
Okay.
minute, definitely. But that was all originally on that, and then they moved it. Like, we'll put some different stuff. You know, when they're on the raft, they want to see animals. It's kind of like the Jungle Cruise, so we'll put animals on there, and we'll move all the skeletons onto the train, so they have something to look at. Well, it did make the second half of that train run very entertaining.
but it made the raft ride less. So
yes, but by the way, these skeletons are firing guns. It's the same thing as not. It was their cap guns.
Yeah.
so they're going bam, bam. I mean, it was loud. It was like Jesus.
it was cool because
So
I was not expecting that, and we're just like Bonetown.
Yeah.
dude, what is this?
I guess we're going there. And
Sorry, I'm laughing. Someone in the chat said Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
Mr. Bones Wild Ride. That's a new Sega CD game
Yeah.
coming out. But anyway, that was that made the train ride worth it. That was dope.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat saying they're always on the train. The raft ride had different shitty animatronics, like Einstein flying a bike over the raft.
the fuck?
Wait, what the fuck? I didn't know that.
Shit, I gotta find an old video of this then.
Yeah, I need to see Einstein flying on a bike.
Yeah.
That wasn't even in Oppenheimer either.
What the hell?
No.
The part where he flies a bike. The part where I think Christopher Nolan said it was he was gonna have a scene where he ETs that shit, but they cut it out at the last minute. So anyway, so the train ride, the second half of the train ride was fun.
First half, whatever. Second half was much better.
Then we might as well just talk about it. We did do the raft river ride.
Yeah.
And
River
man,
expedition
first of all, we were in line for about 8 years because
some kid fucking puked on the ride.
Yes.
And they said, yeah, we're sorry, we have to clean up I forgot what they called it, like a biological
code blue
I don't
shaky
know.
baby or something.
Some kid puked on the ride. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Kids puke, but
I think it was the heat or something.
Yeah, it
like
took
they
forever,
detonated.
and we finally got to go on the ride. And
Yeah, so we were waiting this hot queue the whole time because some kid popped.
I don't know why he puked on the ride. Perhaps he'll die.
Too soon. But anyway, they show you an intro that someone shot on their iPhone.
Yep. It's not.
Oh.
It's poorly
man.
edited.
This is an old-timey film explaining how this raft came to be 100 years ago.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's like
we're going to sell land out
and it's
here.
like, oh, cool, you used the portrait mode on the phone.
Yeah.
That looks pretty old.
We got in that room and a kid had like a full-on
a
meltdown.
kid was like
Oh, what was
detonating. He's like, I
happening?
want to
I
get
don't
out of
know.
here. I want to leave.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
wanna
playing
be here.
they dim the lights for the intro video and I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here.
And the father's like, it's okay. You just like, and I think they did end up leaving or something or going somewhere else. But
Yeah.
and then you just go into this other area and they that's where the dock is to get onto this raft.
And then we rode the river raft where there's animals, there's a outhouse blowing up.
The outhouse blowing up.
There's
was
a
the
lot of
funniest
shit
part.
jokes in Cedar Point.
Tons.
We should bring up those later.
Yeah.
What we saw later.
But it's kind of like the Jungle Cruise. They get to just make jokes the whole time. The captain of the boat or anything. I thought Jungle Cruise jokes were bad. Like,
this guy made the Jungle Cruise look like a fucking Steve Martin live album.
yeah.
No, I was trying to think. What's like a really good?
What's the funniest thing?
What's
ever?
the funniest thing of all time? Who's the comedian that everyone agrees is incredible? Louis C.K. Fuck.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Eddie Murphy Raw.
Someone said Chris Rock Raw.
Dane Cook's Tourgasm.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's Dane Cook's tour guy.
Oh, Bo Burnham's Inside. That's a hoot.
Oh, Bo Burnman Inside.
Bo Burnham.
We got it was like it made the Cedar Point River Raft ride made Jungle Cruise look like Bo Burnman Inside. Anyway, this guy, so I'm gonna try, sorry, no offense to this employee if he's watching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an impression
Nothing
of going down the river on the ride. Okay, guys, we're going down the river. This is a river, and you never know what could be around any corner of this river. Of course, why would a river have corners? River usually round or has curves. And there's a wolf, and you want to watch out because wolves are in packs. But hopefully not a 6-pack. Actually, six-pack sounds pretty good. I could actually use a drink right now. There's the outhouse.
This is exactly what it is.
There's the outhouse, and oh my gosh, it just blew up. All right, now let's keep going. Wait a second. You know what blew up that outhouse? It was me because I had Taco Bell for lunch. Okay. Anyway,
this is after like an hour of waiting.
Am I exaggerating this
No,
performance?
Not at all.
This is what we heard.
This is exactly what you heard.
The thing that really upset me the most about it was like, okay, the jokes are bad, whatever. Jungle Cruise, the jokes are bad. The Disney employees, they don't get mad when you don't laugh.
Yeah.
Like they'll just kind of like they're used to bombing. and
I
moving on.
have had one in all the years I've gone to Disneyland. There was one where he was doing stuff and we were all just everyone in the boat. I think it was a Game Days boat. Everyone was just like, oh, like we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
It was like, this sucks. And he was going, thanks. Yeah, really fun boat. Thanks. Really fun boat to be on right now. Like he did get like kind of a passive aggressive back at us. Other than that, never have had it happen.
Because this guy at Cedar Point, he did after the Taco Bell. He was like, he kept bringing it up. He's like, you guys didn't like my Taco Bell bit. Yeah. He kept bringing it up.
Yeah, I thought Taco Bell just thought you guys would have appreciated that. I blew up. If you don't get it, I blew up the toilet.
With my ass.
Yeah, I had diarrhea. So Anyway, so we're coming around the corner. I mean, that was it. I mean, it was that dry. It was that tense.
It was silent. You could hear a fucking pin drop while he was saying his jokes. It was so funny.
Yeah. So anyway, that river raft ride sucked.
Yeah, that sucked.
I did not enjoy that at all. I think that was the end of my ride experiences. I didn't really see any other ones, but I want to talk about. Hold on, let's get to some other coaster. I think it's best when we're mixing it up. You know, a little bit of non-coaster, a little bit of coaster. So, what's another one I want to hear about? I want to hear about Millennium Force. That's I keep seeing stuff where it's like that's one best coaster every year for like 10 years or something.
I think that became my second favorite.
Really?
I think Steel Vengeance was
second favorite at the park or second favorite period.
Really?
Wow. What's so fab about it?
I was baffled about how much I loved the coasters there. But
damn.
I think this wins awards because it's like very fast. I think it might be the fastest
super fast,
really
coaster.
That's the fastest one?
Maybe.
I thought I heard something like that too. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one Sean rode with us. I was surprised.
And I think he was done after that, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember much about, like it's like one of those ones where it's just like one big loop. One big up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to there's a ride in Six Flags Great Adventure called King to Ka, which used to be the highest coaster in the world for a long time.
Really?
I don't think it currently is anymore. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. That like 0 to fucking whatever speed is insane.
Yeah, I wonder how fast it actually goes.
Yeah.
What's the speed?
Yeah, if anyone in the
Does
chat
anyone in the
knows,
chat know? I would like to know.
it's just insane to go from like it's similar to like the Mummy ride when you just like
where you're just stopping.
Yeah.
And you're just,
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're going like 100 miles an hour right off the bat.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. 93 miles per hour. I don't know if
Damn.
that's
fucking
See,
fast.
that's what blows my mind about certain rides because I never know, like, is it actually going fast? Is it a trick? You know, whatever. I remember it blowing my mind finding out about Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Space Mountain, I mean, that's the only kind of technical like coaster I've ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Space Mountain a couple times. And in my opinion, that's a 100-mile-an-hour coaster. I mean, I don't know how fast they normally go, but that felt super fast to me. And then it's like, oh yeah, it goes 25 miles an hour. It's like,
oh yeah.
What? That's not. And it's like, but you're enclosed. The air's hitting you. All that stuff makes it feel like it's 1,000 miles an hour. Technically the fastest ride at Disneyland was at the time the monorail because that would go 40.
Yeah.
Now I have heard, I think the Cars ride does hit 40 at one point.
Okay.
Like in that canyon, you know? So I think that might be it now. But isn't that crazy?
I assume Incredicoaster is faster.
It still, I don't think goes faster than 40.
Okay.
I don't think, I could be wrong about that. But I remember reading like the coasters at Disney like are truthfully not as fast as they think they are.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can ride them now.
Yeah, you'd go on it. You'd go on it.
I'm good. But yeah, anyway.
Millennium Force
yes.
was like your second favorite. Like
I really enjoyed it.
Damn.
It's hard because it's been so long. It's been like how long has it been? Like a couple months since we've been there. So I'm trying to remember. All I really remember is like Sean almost passed out on it.
In the line or on the ride?
On the ride.
He told me he had that thing.
Tunnel vision.
If you guys ever seen Top Gun Maverick, when they gotta do that descent shot and then they gotta ride all the way up the mountain in their jets, and it's like, yo, you're gonna be fighting G-force, and it's gonna be like the windows closing.
All the blood's leaving your brain.
It's gonna be like the windows closing. You gotta keep that window open. Sean was like, I know that's going to happen to me. That's happened to me on coasters before, and I could tell it's going to happen on this. And sure enough, he's like, I went on it, and it was like, you're about to black out. Fight it.
Back.
Yeah.
That happened to me on a ride called Nitro. That one is like the incline before the drop, like it's scary because you start to like really like, well, we've been up here for like a full minute, like going upwards.
Yeah,
you start to see like the horizon line as you're going up. Like it's
the
fucked up.
lift hill is like, are we ever gonna get to the top? Like
and
do you want to tell stories or something?
The thing about Nitro, it's like gnarly drop, and then as you're going back, you go another drop, and then another drop. You're doing drop after drop, and the whole time you feel like you're like coming out of your seat, like that. I started tunnel visioning on that. It's pretty insane.
Well, someone said on Millennium Force, it's no joke. You pull 4.5 Gs.
Yo, yeah.
Shit.
Now, Again, what were you saying?
Oh, it's not like it doesn't feel like scary like how you think like going into space would feel like. It just it's almost like this feeling like you're flying. I really liked how smooth it felt.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
I'm always afraid. Like one of my biggest fears is going in that the simulator they have for astronauts. You know that little like car that
they spin
Ugh,
around.
that shit
fuck
like
that.
I have like stress dreams about being in those or some shit.
You think are you gonna be an astronaut?
I don't know. I just like I
You're
see
never
that,
gonna be in that.
I see that and it freaks me out. That and that weird gyroscope thing.
Oh,
You know what I'm
the
talking
thing
about?
where you hold in the middle.
Rather
and
die.
Well, what I was gonna say, I'm gonna bring Top Gun Maverick back into the conversation.
Yeah.
It was the #1 movie last year, so I feel a little obligated. No, in that movie they talk about when they have to make that ascent back up. It's like you are gonna pull G's like no tomorrow, and it's like, what are we looking at? And it's like, well, your gear is 7. Your gear is like is gonna stay good at 7. It's built for that. It might hit 10, like. And it was like, how the fuck are we going to do that? So 4.5, that's not that far from 7.
No, it's not.
Like 7 is meant to be like, that's the big threat. Ooh, it might go higher, but but 7 Gs is like a big threat in that movie.
Gs.
4.5 it's not like you were doing 1.5 compared to 7. 4.5 is up there. And it's a ride at an amusement park.
I know.
That just blows my mind.
It was super comfortable. The weirdest part about that ride is the line queue is right near the track.
Oh yeah.
So like as people are coming back, like the line is just right by people, like the cars going by. So the whole like the hour wait, you're just hearing people screaming.
Wow.
You're just like constantly hearing people screaming. And I think that was starting to freak Sean out. He was like tapping his toes a lot, and I was like, it's gonna be fun.
This is why I don't do this shit. You guys tell me, oh, it's fun, look, and I'm like, none of this looks fun.
I don't know what it
nightmare.
is. Maybe it's this like feeling of like you feel like you're alive. I don't know. It's like
I know I'm alive.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's cool. Like when you're gonna experience that kind of speed,
You know what's fun for me? It's a small world after all. Just riding the slow boat and appreciate the kids of every nation, Like, why do we need to zip past them? Why do I need to feel like, you might fall off of this thing? No, I'm good. I'm sitting right here. Show me, a cool dinosaur or something.
It's funny because I can't do like Tower of Terror shit. I can't do like full drops.
I don't.
Like that.
Yeah,
those are ones I'd like. I'll go on and have kind of a good time, but I don't seek it out.
I also don't seek out like those ones where it's just like they bring you up and just drop you. I can't. I can.
the ones like at knots and stuff like that with no
refuse.
Tower of Terror I can do because there's cool theming.
Yeah.
That one I was like, why would even
would
bother
never
with
do
that?
that.
I don't give a shit.
Hell no.
Yeah.
With coasters, at least it's like I don't know. It's just like the ride element of it. I enjoy. I don't like just full drop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sean and I went on a roller coaster. I think later on after. I think you guys went on something else, and Sean and I rode their mine car roller coaster.
Okay.
It was not good. It was the line wasn't super long, but I think there was only one car going, and every time they loaded that car in, it took forever for them.
Yeah, I
to,
remember
make
you.
sure
I remember you talking about
everything
that.
had to click down to a certain thing, and when it wasn't, they're like, okay, I don't know what to do and everything like that. So we eventually got on. Everything's all good. There were signs that said no filming. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna film. I have no plans on filming and everything. But I was holding around my wrist the GoPro and the handle because we were just filming stuff throughout the day.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just have it at my side. I'll ride it and stuff like that. I get off. And they see the GoPro hanging from my thing, and they start going like, there is no filming on the ride. And I go, I know, I didn't film. There's no filming on the ride. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm just like, as I'm walking out, I didn't film. Sorry. And I just kept walking. And it's just like, yeah, I obeyed your rules. I guess they have people breaking rules constantly.
I bet.
I just had it around me. I didn't have a place to put it, so I just kept it around my wrist. But that ride was not that good. That ride was kind of boring. It was a very, very I want to say cookie cutter type of coaster where you've probably been on a billion others that look just like it.
There are coasters you can just buy.
Yeah,
just like
and it's just a kit,
yeah.
and then you buy it and put it in your thing. I felt like that was one of them.
I was kind of bummed. There's a lot of coasters I couldn't ride just because the lines were too long. There was one that was like a full 90-degree drop. I was trying to get everyone on it, but no one wanted to do it. But I feel like, I did, let's see if I get it right. Hang Time.
Is it Hang Time or Hang 10?
I think it's Hang Time. I did Hang Time at Knott's Berry.
Hang Time. It's got to be Hang Time.
Yeah. And I feel like that has satiated my need to do the 90-degree drop.
Oh, the completely downward.
Which, with that ride, it's not, like, the drop doesn't even suck. It's the fucking going up vertical that, like, I want to die every time. Anyway.
Dude.
So, you talked a little bit about a coaster, so now I'm going to talk more about my experience. I was done with rides after the boat.
Yeah, after the mine thing, I was done with rides too. So
Wow.
basically, we just went and did like our own thing.
So let's talk about the treats at Cedar Point. What kind of theme park treats? Disneyland, we're talking all the time about all these great foods they have. Knott's Boysenberry Festival. Oh my gosh. Every treat in the under the Boysenberry sun, you can imagine. Cedar Point, man, they have Coke Freestyle. Everywhere you go, Coke, you get a Coke Freestyle. You could choose how you make your Coke.
I was kind of disappointed by the snack.
I was ready to go there and pig out.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, we're getting funneled. We're going to have this treat, that treat. And then, we got there and it was like, yep. Everywhere has fries. Everywhere has Coke Freestyle. Every place was like, we've got Coke Freestyle. Yep, I see that. So I didn't.
You guys got some barbecue at some point.
Yeah, I went to a barbecue place. It was fine.
That barbecue,
all right.
the meat wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I was like, where's the barbecue sauce? I didn't see it at barbecue. Oh, it's outside. And it was just like ketchup, mustard. It was Heinz ketchup, Heinz mustard, Heinz barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
you don't have your own?
I don't normally barbecue is like, oh, we have this special barbecue.
We make
sauce.
our own house
this
sauce.
This is just like a barbecue sauce you get at the store, like the Heinz
Sweet
bottle.
Baby Ray's.
Yeah, where's Sweet Baby Ray? Sweet Baby Ray? Sweet Baby Ray's? Where was that?
That place kind of pissed me off because it was like this big building that had all the space. It's like fully had AC going. It was hot as fuck when we went. But you can't eat in there. They made you eat outside.
Yeah, all the seating
And I was
outside.
like,
What the
bruh.
fuck? What was that?
I don't know. It's like
I don't know either.
It's hard to find water there too. It's like 90 something degrees. Like, just let us sit in the air conditioned spot.
Chris Johnson in the chat is saying, I'm pretty sure there used to be a McDonald's sponsored Fry Shack. Hey, why did every theme park have a McDonald's sponsored Fry Shack and then get rid of it? I want McDonald's fries no matter where I'm at.
Yep.
Have them.
Put that everywhere.
That will be an Instagram hotspot. Like, just do it. I'll buy them. Anyway.
Johnny Rockets. I know Johnny Rockets is still at
Knott's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So we had barbecue. It was fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. That was our main meal that we ate during the day at the park.
I think Knott's does snacks way better than Cedar Point.
Yes.
I will say that.
I think that's California.
Okay.
Like, sorry, I'm going to sound California elitist for a minute, but the theme parks in California figured it out. Hey, lots of eclectic food, not just burger, not just hot dog. It's like Boysenberry Festival. Yeah, we got Boysenberry sushi. We got Boysenberry tri-tip steak on a thing with polenta or whatever. We got, you know what I mean? Like lots of eclectic stuff. When I go to the Florida theme parks, it's like burger. Check it out. This place has nachos. Yeah. Not that there isn't some good stuff in Florida. There is, but it's still not quite to California's level. So then you go to Ohio, they're leagues behind. They're just now getting Coke Freestyle. They're just now going, oh, you can mix two flavors? Yeah. We've been doing that since like 1981. Anyway.
Fuck it. I don't know.
No.
My brain is not working.
Oh yeah, Knott's was a playground next to a chicken restaurant essentially. Yes. So they were always about food. That's a good point.
But I hear what you're saying. Like even like all the Six Flags parks have shit. Like they don't have anything good. Like
really?
Any like defining snacks. It's always just like, oh, we have cheeseburger
and soda.
Yeah, it's always like what, like, oh, you know, we're sponsored by Coke at Frito-Lay or some shit.
That's why we
it's
had to
never
go to
like we have this special thing.
Yeah.
So I got myself a Coke Freestyle, and I did watch. They did have a singer who country western singer.
Yep.
And he sang like this. I know I'm on the red hair. I don't want to wear a hair there. I think it might have been that red-haired guy that you can't get off social media. You can't get away from that. I've been working long hours for bullshit pay, and I'm going down to scoop up hay, and you know what I mean? That guy is in his backyard.
Yeah.
Country jump scare.
Yeah. Country western jump scare. I think it might have been that guy. Was it Bone Birdman? No, he was outside.
He was like, "Welcome to the internet. Why don't you stick around?" That's bad.
Hey, here comes that funny feeling again. Or whatever I never saw
Bone
it.
Birdman.
Bone Birdman, attorney at law, whatever. Anyway, so I watched that. I do legitimately love authentic, I always say, non-Californian experiences. Yes. Stuff that you wouldn't have that guy singing that in California. Just like when we were at Dollywood and I'm on the train and they're telling me about the birth of Jesus Christ. I'm like,
that was wild.
This would never, ever happen in California. And I embrace it. I love getting a taste of things outside my bubble. You know what I mean? As long as it's not hurting anybody. Actually, okay, that train uses like 5,000 tons of coal a day. All right, so it might be hurting someone.
Ash and stuff like that.
So maybe I was a little wrong on that part. But,
While you were watching that,
Yeah.
Sean and I went to go do something else, and we came across glass blowing, and we're like, Rocco needs to see this.
Yes.
Rocco has to see this. So we came back to get you to show you. It was like, okay, this is the area that's like Old Knots. Where it's like,
what did they call that area? It was like Frontier Town or something.
Something like that, where everything was kind of like wooden and cool, and they had an old mill.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
But we saw the show of a lifetime, the live glass blower. And they blew that glass like no tomorrow. It was basically a little kind of nerdy kid who didn't know how to do it, and a woman who had clearly done it a million times.
Yeah.
And she's going, no, don't blow too hard. Okay. Now set it down. Yeah. Okay. Now trim off the end. Careful. Okay. Yeah. And they were making the shit out of this vase.
It was great.
It was legitimately, I was loving watching
I
that.
love that stuff. It got a little hairy.
Yeah. You almost fucked that vase's life up.
It up.
Yeah.
The end almost closed. And when that happens, you're fucked.
Yeah. You're not getting, it's not a vase anymore. It's just a bomb.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. So that almost happened, but they saved it. They got it. They got it open again. It's all good. They made that vase.
Yeah.
It was sick. Then you can go right across the thing and go buy everything they're making. Everything they make ends up in the gift shop next door.
Yeah, they just put it in the room. And now I will say, this is what surprised me though. We went into that gift shop. It was like a billion vases like they had made in their live show. But the shelves were full. But they were kind of expensive. And I'm like, if you're overflowing with these vases that you made in your show, make them like $8.
Yeah.
If they were that cheap, I would have bought it just to remember the show. I would have been like, I remember when I saw him make this, But instead, it's like, they're $30 or $40, whatever. And I was like, I saw this guy blow this. He didn't put $30, $40 into it.
No.
I saw this guy go. Okay, the guy needs.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's just me every day, Did
they have any of those like cool elephants that double as like a tobacco pipe? Or?
No,
Johnny, no one's doing that.
All vases.
They were all vases. They were all vases. So, anyway,
damn.
But yeah, that was
in Ohio.
That was so good, and they had like just a white hot stove that they were using right there, and I'm like, I'm surprised that's so close to the guests.
I know.
It was like feet away.
You came across us while we were watching this,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, what are you? You guys are checking this out and stuff like that, but you were on your way to another coaster.
Yeah.
So I think you picked Sean up or met up with Sean and went to another coaster while we were chilling watching glass blowing.
I'm surprised about the glass blowing just because of you're saying like non-California experiences. I feel like glass blowing is such a big California
like the
thing.
most California.
And like
but
Knott's,
the way they did it was different here. I felt like,
and Knott's has like metalworking. I feel like they should be swapped.
Yeah,
like I feel like if like glass blowing was at Knott's, they would make so many bong jokes. Like they would be like unending.
No, I've seen glass blowing at New Orleans Square in Disneyland. They have inside the there's like a glass what do they call it? The
Ceiling.
Crystal Palace
Yes.
store or something like that.
Crystal
And
Castles.
they're etching stuff in glass and sometimes blowing glass too.
Yeah,
they're
they have, like,
they
a hot
doing
thing
little
right there.
fish.
Yeah, it's cool.
I want to get into glass blowing. Just a little side tangent. It just seems like a nice, fun thing to do.
does.
Yeah, it
remember-
seems like it fucking rips.
I remember I suggested that we do that for like a 420 stream, like
Hey,
like learn how to
glass
do
blowing?
that.
I'm down.
We need a setup though. We can't blow glass without a lot of like. A
No, like we
furnace
do like an
kiln.
on location thing. Like we go to like because there's
yeah.
classes around here to do it.
Yeah.
I think I've brought this up before, but I have to say it. Sorry to this person. I know every now and then this person tunes into our stuff, and if they see this, hey, guess what? This story's about you. You shouldn't have done this. Anyway, I remember it was like my second girlfriend ever in my life. I was still I think it was in high school, and I was going to a family Disneyland trip, and she was like, "Can you just get me like one thing at Disneyland, just something?" Because I love Disneyland so much. I haven't been in so long. Can you just get me one thing?
Yeah.
I was like, sure. And I was like, I got to get something special. What do you do that's special? And anyone could get a pin or a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get run-of-the-mill stuff. I went into that glass blowing place, and that woman that was in there did glass blowing and made like a turtle guy with a sword.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a Disney character. She was like, all right, this next
sick.
one's going to be a turtle, and he's got like a saber. And it was fucking sick. It was like, turtle.
Done.
Saber, the green song of Saber, whatever, the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sword. the green eternal green, what is it called? Infinite green infinity, green goblin, green.
Tori Hanzo sword.
Yeah. Anyway, so she makes that. There you go. I'm like, that is so sick, and it's one of a kind. No one else. Green Destiny, isn't that what the name of the saber was? The sword. Anyway.
Green penis.
Made that,
The critic.
made that, and I thought that's a one of a kind. No one has this. And I gave that to her, and she was like, found the one thing in Disneyland that isn't a Disney character. Wow. All right. Like that was her reaction. Can you believe that? I got her a piece of custom blown glass that no one else has, and she was like, wow, you found the one non-Disney thing in a Disney park. Yeah. Guess what? That relationship was over. That was actually also a relationship where for her birthday was coming up like right after that, and she was dying for. They just put out like the new Game Boy Advance. Like I think the SP had just come out.
Yeah.
And I got her that with my money. Like I carefully saved up from Blockbuster. I got her like that and like 3 games. Like I got her everything, and then I think that turtle incident happened and a couple more things, and we broke up, and it was the fast. I returned those immediately. I saved so much money. So she never even got the Game Boy Advance. So I hope the turtle comment was worth it because you lost a Game Boy. So if you're watching this, just know what you could have had. You could have had Sonic Advance 2.
That's good. That's the good one though.
Right?
That's all you guys do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. That one's
She'll
got
never
cream
play
in
it.
it.
She'll never play it because she broke my heart. So there you go. Yeah, you missed out on Boktai.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. That game's rare.
Yeah.
I had it at one point. I don't know if I still do. Anyway,
It's
Glass bowling was sick.
Johnny, we're good. We have
Okay.
we literally have so much time. We
rolling
can go. We
like
can go another 2 hours.
half an
How
hour
much
after
of
the show.
we're listen, guys? We're supposed to see Old Boy after this, but how much important shit is at the beginning of Old Boy? Like a lot.
Pretty important.
You got
yeah.
tons of previews.
Yeah, don't
Sit through
forget
all
the
those.
preview. You're thinking
I
about.
hate
You're not.
that. I hate
know.
when somebody
when
goes
people
like,
factor in the
we
previews.
can show up later because of previews. Fuck that.
No.
Fuck all of that.
Yeah.
I want to be in that seat when Maria Menounos or whatever is doing her.
Is making her
stuff.
comment about I ate the
Yeah.
popcorn too early.
I don't do
And she goes, "Heh."
late times. I will not see the movie if it's past the time it starts.
I agree with you. I'm with you. What if you're missing stuff? Why are we here in the first place?
Also, yeah, it's like a re-release. So I don't even know if they're gonna be trailers, but whatever.
There probably
Yeah,
won't be.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play around with
But
that. So I'm with you.
We're almost done.
Yeah,
we're almost
wrapping
going
this
through
up. We're wrapping this up.
we did glass blowing. We checked out the mill, which was cool because it was running.
Oh yeah, they had an old mill. Like
Yeah, this whole thing had a bunch of, and some of it was closed, but they had like a jail and a fort and all that kind of stuff. The stuff you see in all these places that are just cool to check out.
Yeah.
that's my bread and butter for an amusement park.
Same
It's,
here.
stuff to explore, basically.
But let's not beat around the bush. The best thing we saw in their frontier town
By
area
far.
was they had an outhouse that when you tried to open it, it had a voice inside that would activate. You'd pull it.
I'm in here.
Occupied! That thing, now you're thinking, haha, yeah, Rocco thought that was the most impressive thing. Yo, we opened that door 100 times.
It was something new every time.
It was
like,
Johnny, it was different I said I was in here. Don't make me come out there. Y'all gotta leave me alone. I mean, we were going. We have a video. We don't need to play it now. I'll upload it at some point, maybe after the episode. But it never ended. And I think there is one. I'm trying to film it objectively, not give much of my own reaction, just show it. And I think they get me when all of a sudden he goes, "All right, fire in the hole." Like it was the wettest shit.
Yeah. There
and
some
that
heinous
got
fart
me.
sounds
I
coming out of
started
this thing.
dying laughing because I did not expect a theme park to sign off on. All right, fire in the hole, and then you hear the most glistening shit hit that. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was heinous.
That they signed off on that,
and it's loud.
Yeah,
it was very loud,
and it was clearly pissing off other people in the area.
We kept opening.
We were opening it up for like half an hour,
yeah.
and then people were like, "All right, you guys got it," but it's like, no, it's different every time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. That was the first fart or shit noise that we heard, but then there were many more. Then it was, we got a big one coming. Yeah. I mean, it was like
there's multiple ones that have.
He was just taking shits over and over and over. This was, by the way, right next to. They did have like an area with like cows and whatever, zoo. And that was cool because we were just chilling, and the cows were just walking up to hang out. Like, hey, what are you guys up to? And you know what? Cows and mules, they're dope.
Yeah.
You almost feel bad. They walked up and I literally said to Kevin, we eat these fuckers.
Yeah.
Like, this sucks. That cow walked up. He was chilling. I'm start scratching his chin. He's loving that. He's hanging out. He's, I stopped scratching his chin. He kind of puts his head back like, what, are you done?
Hey,
no, come on. Dude? All right. We were hanging out. They were cool, you know?
Animals are cool.
And it's like, damn, dude, we're eating this shit. Like, it kind of makes me want to,
Have you ever interacted with a pig?
No,
that fucks you up because you're like, these are like dogs and we fucking eat the shit.
I can't handle that. Yeah. I'm eating a pig in some form like daily.
Yeah.
I can't be doing that. But anyway, so even that though was a really neat experience.
Yeah, it was like a petting zoo and everything like that. It was
I'm not, as I've said, I ain't doing roller coasters, so I ain't going to Six Flags. There's nothing that interests me there.
Six Flags, I won't set foot in.
Zero interest. But I will say, Cedar Point, I'm not racing to go back because the dominant thing there is not for me. But there was enough things there that I had a pretty nice day. Like I did not feel like, when are they going to be done? You know what I mean? I was going around having a pretty nice time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it on the level. Personally, I went on like no rides at Dollywood, and I had a fucking
Dollywood
beautiful day.
is top tier.
I still think that's my favorite in terms of just having a pleasant day.
Yeah.
Cedar Point, I'm not racing to go back on my end for the reasons I mentioned.
Dollywood, I want to go back.
Yeah, Dollywood, I want to go back. But it was still a nice day. It was still a nice time.
Yeah, I had a good time there.
Yeah.
It has my favorite coasters ever, but I do agree it's kind of lacking in like, stuff to do in between rides.
Yeah, like Knott's has like 100 years of history.
Yeah.
They have an old ghost town. They do have things that do keep you occupied even if you're not going to do the coasters. A little less at Cedar Point, but it was still a charming place.
Yeah, but like coaster-wise, like I said, it's unmatched.
That's unreal. I
can't
believe it.
If you're a big coaster person out there, definitely, and you have the funds to go to Ohio, definitely do it.
Yeah.
But I do agree, Dollywood, I think, is the perfect
crazy coaster
combo of the things we all love.
Yes.
Dollywood, I could not go on one ride and I would have just the most fucking pleasant day.
Exactly.
Because it's so charming and beautiful there. Just being up in the Smoky Mountains.
Grist Mill and get some cinnamon bread and then just chill out to some fucking music.
Listen to Dolly Parton music. Go see a nativity, Have someone tell you about the birth of Christ, How do you have a better day than that? I don't know. I am leaving out one last thing, though. Next time I go to Cedar Point, I'm going to pay. There was a membership you could get. I think it was like $40, where you could chill in the Cedar Point lounge.
Oh, I saw
in the center of the park. There was a lounge. What was in the lounge? Did you see the lounge?
No.
It was a covered tent in the middle of the park with a bunch of like not recliners, but like kind of nice chairs to lay in, and it was like all, I would say, age range 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Dudes just asleep in all the chairs. So next time I go, Boomer Lounge, I'm paying the membership.
Boomer Lounge.
I'm down.
It was like they were just pumping out music, like they were pumping out like Darude Sandstorm and shit. And it was just like 50-year-old dudes with goatees. So yeah, next time
Comatose
I'm going.
boomers.
Asleep husbands. That's exactly what it was. So anyway, next time I'm doing that. I think we said. I mean, we talked about most of it. I think we
I think
covered
that's
it.
pretty much everything I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It was a good experience. I liked it.
Rename your stores.
Yes.
Cedar.
Oh
Point.
yeah, the CP shop.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be shopping there.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
And then right next to that is the Sandusky Mill or whatever.
Yeah.
You see that? Yo, guys, time to talk to the sign
Rename.
department and replace a couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of shirts that just said CP on it. Like it's not.
Someone when I was there told me they're like, a couple months ago they had a new, they got a brand new shirt, brand new hoodie. I heart CP, and immediately the internet was like, you can't, like they
Holy
got to get rid of that,
shit.
and they, yeah.
Well,
No, it's fun note to end that on. But anyway, so aside from a few things they need a little bit of revision on. Oh shit! And the park's on an island too.
no.
This is not good. Oh man, yikes! Anyway, but all those unfortunate overlooked things aside, yeah. Interesting theme park for the middle of Ohio. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah. Well, there you go, everyone. Creepy Old Crypt. We talked about Cedar Point. We didn't call it Cedar Fair, I think, too many times. But if you, what do you think about? Is there anything we missed? Anything we should have done? Anything you think we blew it on? I'm not talking blowing glass.
Yeah.
Just in general. Anything that we didn't do correctly? Leave a comment. Let us know. Also, let us know, what do you want to see on the next Creepy Old Crypt episode?
Yeah.
What do you want to see us cover? Let us know what you want us to talk about. I think we have a couple ideas on what we might be covering soon. We'll talk about that at a later date, but let us know. Other than that, that's it.
Thanks for having me on, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No worries.
thank you for being on.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a coaster nut.
Because we would have just talked shit on coasters the whole time, and
Exactly.
you need to come and even us out.
I'm
All
glad.
right. Well, we're gonna end on the Cedar Point theme song. Take it away. Oh, you guys don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know by heart.
Cedar Point. Go to the Bone Town on a train. Cedar Point. Get on the raft. The kid went spit up. Turn this shit off.